Ba-ba-da-bum. Hello. Hello. That's better. That's better. Hi, everyone. It's funny. Last night, I was working really late. And I realized, oh shit, I said I would stream today. And I was sat there and I was thinking about it for ages. Like, what do I do? What do I do? And then and then every now and again, I would get distracted by something else I had to do. And I would go back and be like, fuck, I have to set up my stream. And in the end, I just decided I kind of wanted to have a little chat, because I figured that would be okay. Whew, it's been a busy time. It's been a busy time, but there's so much cool stuff to show off. There's so much cool stuff to get excited about. I just can't tell you what it is yet. You like the title of the stream? Well, yes. I will kill you. If you test me. Thank you, Nezmi and Kairos, for the supers. I appreciate it so much. How am I doing? I'm doing good. I have been working really hard, and so it's been difficult to do much of anything else, but don't worry, I am being nice and healthy. I have been eating well. I've been getting fresh air and all of that. So I'm good. My question is, how are you doing today? Are you all right? Is everything happening for you? If nothing is happening, I hope that you're taking your chance while nothing is happening to relax a little. Doing all right? Good. Very good. I'm looking especially scary today. Fucking good. Grr. Remy. Thank you, Malice. Thank you, Remy, as well, and thank you, Yui, for the super as well. Grab my horn. Please leave it alone. Please leave it alone. It's a little sensitive. Taya lads, thank you very much. Oh, good. I hope I can help you get some sleep. Thank you, Yutinga, and thank you, Sybil. Thank you very much. My psychiatrist says everything is all my fault. Goodness me, get a new fucking psychiatrist. That is terrible. Even if everything is your fault, they should be more supportive than that. Get a new psychiatrist. God damn. Nokosaka, thank you very much. So what is going on in my life right now? Let me have a think. Really, at the moment, it's just been like a really long process of trying to figure out how to get all of this stuff done, and also how to do it. You know, I'm sort of reaching this point where whenever I'm editing, I'm kind of doing something and I get a fun idea for something that I want to include, and then I think, no, what if it takes too much time? No, you're you're wasting your time. You're not going to be able to get it done on time. And no. But I think that I just need to put those thoughts out of my head and remember that I do have plenty of time. And if it takes longer than I'm expecting, I will figure it out in the end. So that's good. That's good. Looking forward to surprises you're bringing. Oh, yes. No, you should be very excited. It's going to be a good time. It's going to be a good time indeed. Yeah, Bing, thank you very much. Daka, thank you very much. Man, I'm dead. And Anne, thank you very much. I don't know what you're talking about either, but I appreciate it because it's coming from you, baby. Yuki, thank you very much. So that's been fun. It's difficult because most of what's been going on in my life is stuff that is very much under wraps. I'll be able to talk about it eventually, but not right now. Right now, I just need to think of some other things that I've been doing. But really, my whole life, if I was Ken, I feel like my job is just edit. My job is just render. My job is just Photoshop. It's been nuts. Chun, thank you very much. Hug, thank you so much. And Kendra, thank you very much. If I were you, I probably would have already leaked all the projects. Yeah, the temptation to keep spoiling stuff and to keep dropping little teasers is genuinely really overwhelming. There are so many instances where I wish that I could drop a piece of information, or I really wish that I could... Or I really wish that I could just show, oh, this is something, like this is an update that I got the other day, look at this. And then I realize, wait, that would be a massive spoiler and would remove, like, you know, a massive element of surprise. And I just sort of have to sit there and sit on it and wait to show it to you. Tatia, thank you for the gifted. Thank you, Mimi Bahiti, for the super as well. Thank you so much. Sort of cooler. Thank you very much. Kylie Kane, thank you very much. Saw Oppenheimer today. Really like it. Watched it with your dad. It was embarrassed with the sex scenes. You know, it's actually kind of crazy because, like I mentioned the other day, I saw Oppenheimer with my parents as well. And yes, it's always a little awkward to watch a movie with sex scenes with your family. That is always going to be a bit weird. I mean, not for everybody. Definitely for me. Definitely a little odd. But it's strange because I was mentioning a little while ago how, like, how fantastic it is that a film like Oppenheimer, which is, 3-hour information-packed biopic, is, almost at $1 billion. It's really, really nice that it's kind of having the cultural impact that it's having. The thing about it is that we're seeing a lot of different types of characters who are going to see this film who wouldn't ordinarily see this type of film. And one of them, on the subject of the Florence Pugh sex scenes, a lot of them are like these massively, a lot of them are these very, sex repulsed people who, I remember seeing this TikTok of this one, this woman who was the wife of this guy and said, like, oh, we research everything we watch before we go and watch it, and when the sex scenes, when she was talking about it, she was like, when the scenes happen, or when happens, it's like I went over and I made my husband cover his eyes, and I was like, you guys are adults. There was this thing on their account about him having had like a porn addiction or something, and so I guess that makes sense that they would be like careful about it, but also, I mean, a sex scene in a movie isn't porn. I don't think that the Florence Pugh and Oppenheimer sex scenes were intended to be arousing in any way, shape, or form. I think actually the latter sex scene was supposed to be horrifying, but I don't know. It's just really, it's fascinating, very fascinating to sort of watch this all unfold in a way, because these are perspectives that we wouldn't see normally, even if they're a little odd. Even if they're a little odd and we wouldn't understand them, or we wouldn't think about them normally, it's quite hilarious, I think. It's like the one, you know, it's like all of the sort of the crowd who believe that, I mentioned this ages ago, like the crowd who believe that if a film or a story portrays a certain character, then the director or the creator of it must agree with and believe in that perspective, you know. So Christopher Nolan, by making a film about Oppenheimer, people watch it and be like, oh, he clearly morally 100% agrees with Oppenheimer. It's like, no. Nobody should do that. It's very clear about not making him out to be a hero and, you know, showing all of his flaws. I love the term warts and all, you know, because it's like, yeah, important person in history, but a womanizer created that whole thing that was really bad, you know. Can't really... Oppenheimer himself didn't agree with Oppenheimer. Yeah, kind of the crux of his latter years. One of the things that has made him such an important icon in American history, I guess. Blooming, thank you very much for the gifted. Thank you, Stephanie, for the super as well. Thank you, Ice. Thank you very much for the super. Exactly. It is nice, though. It is nice because a lot of the time, I used to know some people. I had some friends a few years ago who very much were that way with sex scenes in movies. And I used to find... I can... sort of agree with it, and I also sort of can't. It's to the point where, let's think about, because sometimes there are sex scenes in movies that are genuinely pointless. Let's take the most extreme example that I can think of, right? Let's take a very extreme example. The Room. Has anybody actually, instead of seeing clips from it, like, oh, hi, Mark, has anyone actually seen the entire movie of The Room? Because those sex scenes go on for a really, really long fucking time. In, like, the first half of the movie, there is, like, 15 minutes of just sex. 15 minutes of really bad simulated sex. There are, like, 4 different sex scenes, and they are pointless, and they are, what's the word? Derivative. They drag the film out longer than it needs to be, and the film is trying to portray like a relationship falling apart, but then it will just cut to a sex scene where they seem to be getting along just fine, or at least that's what Mr. Tommy Wiseau would like us to think. Although we know that the actress in that scene refused to shoot more than one sex scene with him, and so the second sex scene with Tommy Wiseau is recut using footage shot during the first one, which is really quite sad for her, but a bit hilarious in a dark way. There's a film like that where I can understand that having to sit through and watch those types of scenes is just agonizing for everyone. Funny, if you're drunk and you're watching The Room with friends, yeah, that's funny. But if you were just watching it and trying to take it seriously as a movie, it's sad cringe. Sad cringe is a great word for it. But then obviously we have Oppenheimer, which has the sex scenes being there as a method of showing us the kind of person that he was, and also trying to show the horror through the eyes of Kitty Oppenheimer and the way that she would have had to sit in that, in the conference room, not the conference room, like the, or interrogation, what's the word? The hearing room, and then have to listen to the details of her husband having had an affair and all of that kind of stuff, and showing that and the discomfort of seeing, Slack! No! The discomfort of seeing these characters, like, naked and awkwardly having sex with this really eerie music going on, it adds to the horror and it helps you get inside her head in a way. And so there, in no way are sex scenes always a bad thing. And I would say in film, rarely should they be intended to arouse. I find that the most arousing stuff in film tends to be, unsexual. I would say that it tends to be stuff, well, I mean, let's think about, sort of non-sexual sexy stuff, like, everyone, the way, like, if evil, why hot, like a villain sort of pinning somebody up against a wall in the middle of a fight scene, like, that's how I think movies should be arousing. I think that sex scenes are kind of like vehicles for the plot more than anything. Because, they inevitably, unless it's going to be a massive X-rated movie, they can't show all that much, and in that way, I mean, there's no real point in trying to make it arousing. But maybe I'm wrong. Maybe there are genuinely arousing sex scenes in movies. I think I just might have a poor media diet and haven't seen them. Saeed and Quran, thank you very much. Black Crown, thank you very much. Seth, thank you for the Akasupa. Got called into the office this morning thinking you were in trouble, but instead you got promoted. Congratulations on getting promoted, and thank you for sharing a little bit of that with me. I hope that this next stage in your life is going to be exciting. That's fantastic. Thank you so much. I believe I got an Akasupa from Tatia. Thank you very much for the Akasupa. Happy birthday. Sorry I missed this earlier. And thank you for every affirmation and encouragement that makes me more confident. I'm so proud of you. Co-workers often praise me for being beautiful. Ask me if I've met someone. Yes, you can tell them all about me and how handsome I am. Oh, hi, Mark. Hand touch scene in Last Jedi, yes. And the throne room scene. Really, every scene where Rey and Ben interact in The Last Jedi is sexy without needing to be a sex scene. Really, I think the throne room fight scene is a sex scene in its own way. Lex Lee, thank you very much for the super as well. Congratulations on getting a new job. Ren, thank you very much. Avis, thank you very much. Going on a work exchange. Oh, I'll miss you too. Thank you so much. Phoenix, thank you very much for the super. Like showing... Listen, having been around in the Victorian era, yeah, no, I mean, it might have done something to the nobility or sort of the aristocrats who lived in that era, but you know, we're a much more sexually confident people these days. I don't think showing ankles in that context will really do it for us anymore. But you never know. Maybe a period drama where they show some ankle. It might be a little bit exciting. Olivia, thank you very much. Went to watch The Room with Tommy Wiseau in person. Holy shit. That's exciting. I wonder what that must be like for him, just sitting there and listening to people shit on his movie. Was going to watch Oppenheimer with your family. Remember the sex scenes, end of watching Mission Impossible. I mean, Mission Impossible is good too, but don't let that stop you. If you have the chance, please, if you have the chance to see it in IMAX, please do it. I will never forget the time that I saw Oppenheimer in IMAX. I will never forget it. I won't say what happens for those who haven't seen it, but the final scene, you know, before the credits in IMAX is just an experience that I wish I could relive 1,000 times. T20 Who, thank you very much. IMAX, good. You must go and see it. It's fantastic. It's so good. Albert Christ, thank you very much. Oof. So that's been a really exciting experience for me, and I've been listening to the soundtrack a lot, and I think that, I've just been watching a lot more films lately. You know, like, even though I've been busy in the evenings when I get exhausted, because I spend so much time in my booth now, I spend so much time in my studio, I need to kind of walk around the house, and I need to kind of get a little bit, you know. So a lot of the time in my evenings, I will kind of just walk out to my living room and watch a film or two, and I've been going through some that I haven't seen that have come out for a while that I've been meaning to see, but I haven't seen for a while, or at least that I haven't seen before, and it's been really nice. It's been making me feel pretty inspired. I feel like I pick up something new that I would like to do with most films that I watch. You know, I think I absorb just little details that make me think, oh, this is good, or oh, I would like to try that, or oh, there's something about this is good. FNAF trailer! Yes! Holy shit, thank you, Allison, for reminding me. I'm so fucking excited for FNAF. First of all, my prediction that the film's climax will be William Afton getting spring-trapped, it looks more and more likely every time that it will actually come true, and I am so excited. I am losing my shit thinking about how violent that has the potential to be. I believe the film is rated PG-13, but it is also rated for intense bloody violence, so maybe we will get to see something like that. But I just can't wait. I can't wait. It's so silly. It's so bizarre to see this goofy little Click Team Studio game that I got interested in years ago, and I have known about for, I mean, it's almost been a decade since the first game came out, and to see it now have a movie with fucking Josh Hutcherson in it. Josh Hutcherson is back. Matthew Lillard is in it. Matthew Lillard is back. The girl from, I can't remember her name, the girl from You, I don't know if she's back, but she's in it. She's cute, and that's nice. And then we've got, and the animatronics as well, they look fantastic. I've seen some people saying, like, oh, they look fake. And I'm like, yeah, the animatronics in the original were, like, have you seen what Scott Cawthon's 3D artwork looks like? It's not exactly photorealistic. And it doesn't need to be. It doesn't need to be. They look goofy and they look silly, but they look exactly like they did in the original game. And that's what we wanted. We wanted something accurate to the experience. Thank you, Ice, for the super. So I'm very excited. I really think, at least I'm really hoping that it's a massive box office, like, smash hit. I just really, even though that it's unlikely that they'll make a sequel, I mean, maybe they will. Maybe they will. I don't know. I can't speak to that. Maybe they'll try and set one up in the film. But the thing about FNAF is that if it makes like $1 billion in the box office, it'll just be really funny. It'll just be really fucking funny if FNAF makes that much money. I mean, I thought it was funny that Mario made that much money. And I liked Mario. It's not like a masterpiece or anything, but it is, you know, a really fun movie that appeals to fans of the series, and that's all it tried to be, and it turned out to be really, really fun to watch. I wonder. I don't know. I'm wondering. Imagine if the FNAF movie is actually just pure cinema. Like, what if it's really good? Like, not just, oh, as a fan of the games, this was really fun to see. Imagine if it's like genuine, you know, cinema. And it's so good that the critics have to just bow down and be like, listen, I was wrong. Oh, FNAF, it's so good. And I feel like I can tell the difference. Even though I will definitely have my FNAF fan goggles on. Oh, I'm excited. Telling you, Love K. Go to see Perfect Blue. It's fantastic film. Fantastic. Hope you have fun watching that. Allison, thank you very much. Yeah, Jim Henson, really good. And from Darius, thank you. Miss you so much. Started my new campus life. It's tiring. Oh, I remember those days. It'll get better. Don't worry. You'll get used to it in no time. Love you too. Ren, thank you very much. I can't wait for it either. Muli, thank you so much. Remy, thank you for the gifted. Gifted. Kate, thank you for the gifted and cello. Just a normal guy looking forward to a new voice pack. We'll have to see. Malo, thank you very much. Oh yeah, so talking about the phone call voice. Now, okay, I have a little secret to tell you about the phone call voice. So I won't tell you the content of it because that is something that you'll need to buy the voice pack in order to experience. However, I was informed soon, like close to release, a manager-san contacted me and said, listen, we were wondering if you'd be interested in resubmitting your EX voice for the phone call voice. And I was like, why is that? And he said, listen, we feel that it may be a little too sexual in nature. And I was like, oh. Sadly, the deadline, because it was when they realized and they made that decision, it was quite close to when I would have needed to resubmit. And so unfortunately, there is no EX voice available, but I will tell you what it would have been. So the EX voice would have been me calling you in a state of let's say, how would I describe this? Calling you in a state of massive pining and being immensely frustrated that we cannot be together in person. Let's say that. So who knows? Maybe I'll be able to release it someday. But obviously that is staff's decision, and I definitely appreciate that. Probably for the best that they told me not to. They told me they weren't going to put that in. I should have thought of that before I recorded it, but oh well. Marlo, thank you very much. Did you watch? Oh, I did. That was one of the fucking movies that I watched recently. Did I watch it? Did I like internalize that memory? Did I internalize that memory because you told me to watch it a while ago? I did watch Promising Young Woman, and it was really fucking good. It was really good. Yutinga, thank you very much. It was really fantastic. An extremely dark film, made me incredibly depressed. Jassy, thank you very much. Oh god, all of the acting is terrific. It was difficult film to talk about with how stressful and horrifying its subject matter is, but still manages to approach it in such a fantastic way, in a way that feels fun to watch. All I'm going to say is that, you know, the film is great fun to watch, even if it's super harrowing at times, but the ending, no spoilers, the ending, sort of like the ending, I will say, like, fight scene, where things go wrong. I went to bed that night and I couldn't stop thinking about it because I was so mortified. The performances on display in that scene were... Oof. It did a it very successfully fucked me up, that scene. Very successfully fucked me up. So yes, I would hire, if you can handle that kind of thing, research what the film is about. The subject matter might be very, you know, triggering for some people, but if you can handle it, I would highly suggest watching Promising Young Woman. I thought it was fantastic. Phoenix, thank you very much for the super. Pei Ying, Seni, thank you. Iri, thank you very much. Thoughts on the Barbie movie? Yeah, I'm trying not to be super specific about any film coming out at the moment, because obviously, you know, strikes going on, don't want to cross the picket line, but Barbie was great. I love both Barbie and Oppenheimer. I think they're fantastic, and definitely worth watching. Kendra, thank you very much for the super. And Wildcard as well. Do you believe in life after love? Yeah, I'd like, you know, I'd like to believe. I'd like to believe in life after love. Love fades. Do you die after that? I don't want to believe that. Oxagro, thank you very much. Latest, there's a new Mandela catalog. I'll have to check that out. Dear, thank you very much. Onigiri, I know I need to watch Princess Mononoke. I know. I will get around to it someday. I know I will enjoy it. I'm sure it's very good. I will get around to it. I'm going to quote that line from Breaking Bad. What does he say? Skylar, Onigiri, why don't you go ahead, take a ladder, and climb down out of my ass? Please, get off my ass. I'd appreciate it. You know, I do have those. I do have those. And I noticed those kinds of... Is that what's called a stomatophobia? I don't know what that means. But I've noticed those kinds of things in other people, and I notice it in myself. When I say, you know, I always feel like I need a way of bridging sentences together. Like, I can't just stop. I can't just sit still and stop and think and pause and then continue speaking. I have to say, you know. I can't stop. I can't stop it. Milo. Yeah, it's difficult to recommend some films to people, but I think everyone in our day and age would benefit from watching that film. Wish, thank you very, very much. I'll make sure to pass it along to him. Ice, thank you very much. I hope staff send me a Nendoroid, a Vox Nendoroid soon. I want to have a little me. I want to have a little me to have around the house. I wonder what I would do to him. I can tell you what I do with the Vox puppet is that I like to hurl him at the wall at high speeds. I do that with any kind of soft plushie or puppet thing that I have. I do that with Barber all the time, but what you have to remember about Barber is that he's way too powerful to ever be harmed by me. Barber is far more powerful than I am. No, Violet, why have I been stabbed? I don't know. I told you to think fast. I was like, oh, think fast! Yoink. Kindred, thank you very much. I have not listened to that, but I will keep it in mind. Thank you, Kendra and Rebecca. Thank you very much. Love you too. Unpacking hand cam. Ooh, I haven't done a hand cam in a long time. I should do that. Little me in a maid dress? I don't think so. I don't think so. Not for me. You can put me in whatever you want. Feel free to collapse into your delusions. Believe that I might be some pretty boy wearing a maid dress. I can't believe you stabbed me. Yep, you better believe it. You better believe it. You decided to test me. I'm really sorry. You decided to test me. And I just came out and got him. Sorry. I told you to think fast. Told you to think fast. A pretty princess? No. Gross. Not at all. Handsome prince. Excuse you. Excuse you. Jassy, thank you very much. I actually haven't seen Paprika, but I love Perfect Blue as well. So I definitely need to watch more of that director's films. You're the kind of guy who will aggressively punch all of your squishmallows and stuffed animals I see. Yes, I will punch them. Punching them is less satisfying than... I like just dropping things, you know? Like with Baba, he makes a very satisfying little... If you drop him, like it's gentle. It's just... I really enjoy that. I had not an obsession, but there was something I did once a long time ago when I think I've talked about this before, when I was still living with my roommates a couple of years ago. I had this weird habit where if I was like, well, one time one of my roommates was helping me like tidy my room, and I was stocking up my sock drawer, and I got a sock and I just kind of threw it at the floor, and something about the way it just went like it just hit the floor so gently, it really made me laugh a lot. Like, it made me cackle. I threw it as hard as I could, and it just went... It was nice. You know. How do I replicate that sound? I've got a sock right here. I can take one off. My feet are coming out. Yeah, broken humor, exactly. So I would just be like, hey, look at this. No, that's not right. Like this. Yeah. It's so quiet. It's so quiet. Just bop, 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 and that made me chuckle. And that made me chuckle a good bit. That gave me a bit of a laugh. That gave me a bit of a laugh. Singing for the first time on stream. Please be nice. But tonight's gonna be a good night. But tonight's gonna be a good night. Thanks, Nekosaka. You gotta be careful giving them a bath. You don't want those stitches come undone. You get the butler suit. Good. Excellent. And we shall tend to our master with utmost professionalism. What plushies do you have? Abuse all of my plushies? I don't have many. I mean, I'm not a plushie person. See, I've been thinking about this a little bit recently. I don't really understand the need for... I don't really get the appeal. I mean, I love Baba because Baba is like an actual character with a personality that I spent a whole like 6-month D&D campaign with my hand up his ass, like making his lips flap, and I just wanted to keep him around, you know. But when it comes to like, I don't know, like people who just fill their bed with plushies or like need to sleep with a plushie, I genuinely, I mean, whatever makes you happy, you know, whatever you enjoy, I just don't really get it, you know, having a giant plushie somewhere, having like a big collection of plushies, it just seems odd to me, you know. But then again, maybe that's the, I think maybe that's a bit of a, I don't know, maybe that's a guy thing. But then again, I know a lot of guys who have lots of plushies. It just isn't my thing, really. It kind of reminded me, I saw like some TikToks recently about like gift giving, about like ideal gifts to get for your man, and I was like, and I looked at these and I was like, these are terrible gift ideas. These are just the stupidest gift ideas I've ever seen. And it proved to me that the girls of TikTok do not understand what will make their man happy. I saw one and it had like a load of positive comments on it, like, oh, this is so cute. And it was like a bouquet of flowers with a cap, a hat in it. It was like hat bouquet. And everyone's like, oh my god, that's so cute. You hand me that, even if it had like a hat that I like to wear all the time, I would pick that up and be like, I would try to be polite, but I'd be like, excuse me, like, what is this supposed to be? You know, ladies, if you want to get your man a present, what you need to understand is that I don't think men really think about gifts in the same way that ladies do, you know? Obviously, non-permitting, everyone can have their own tastes and everything, and some people who identify as male have different preferences and blah, blah, blah. There's always gray areas. But in general, you know, think about, give him something he can actually use. And it doesn't have to be expensive. It doesn't have to be fancy. You know what, like a really nice gift that I really like receiving from like family and friends when I go to a bit of a do or something or a party. You know what I like receiving? First of all, I never expect to receive gifts from anybody because I never think about it. But if I receive a gift, one that get me like a beer glass, you know? A nice looking beer glass. It doesn't have to be expensive. Just something I can drink out of. Really, really nice. Practical as well. The more glasses you have, the longer you can go before you need to use the dishwasher. That's nice. That's nice. I like that. If you hand, and then when it comes to like, I don't know, there's like a certain sort of cute stuff. There's like the cute stuff that, you know, that girls like to receive and that think that, you know, is going to have sort of the same impact on the men in their lives. And I just don't really think it translates all that well. You know, take pride and happiness that a lot of boys are very easy to buy gifts for. What are their hobbies? Just get them something cheap. Just get them something cheap that, you know, that suits that will help them with that. Does he like Pokemon? I don't know. Just get him a little like, Pokemon action figure. Be like, oh, cool. You know. It's weird. I guess maybe a lot of this could be resolved by, hey, what kind of gifts do you like to get? You know, a little bit of communication. But then a lot of the men that I know, if asked, would be like, I don't know. I don't mind. I don't know. I don't know. You know, really, even though I think I'd be weirded out by those kinds of gifts, like I said, I'm going to be honest, receiving any gift always just makes me smile. No matter who it's from, no matter what it is. If someone gives me like a joke gift, they still thought about getting me something. And I'm like, oh, thank you. Even if I look at it and I'm like, I'm never gonna touch this or use this a single time, I still appreciate and feel happy because someone got me a thing. Thank you very much. Can you threaten me like Liam Neeson beforehand? Okay, that's fun. What's the hang on. Taken monologue. I can do Liam Neeson. I can do Liam Neeson. Hold on. What does he say? I don't know who you are. I don't know what you want. Hang on, I'll turn the music off. I don't know who you are. I don't know what you want. If you're looking for ransom, I can tell you I don't have money. But what I do have are a very particular set of skills. Skills I've acquired over a very long career. Skills that make me a nightmare for people like you. If you let my daughter go now, that'll be the end of it. I will not look for you. I will not pursue you. But if you don't, I will look for you. I will find you. And I will kill you. That's so fun. I've never actually seen Taken. From what I know, it's like a kind of a so-so action movie, but I mean, iconic lines, right? Witcher's Tea, thank you very much for the super. Oh, good luck playing Smash. You have my blessing. You have my blessing. May the electric wind god fists forever be in your favor. Sure, yeah, congratulations. Oh, good luck on your exam. No, it's okay. You don't make me uncomfortable. Good luck on your exam. Mwah, I love you too. Ren, thank you very much. You could throw me anytime and any way you want. I know I can. I'll pick you up with one arm. Mortar strike. Shot put. Boom. Dro, thank you very much. I think with plushies it's a tactile thing. You know, that's nice. I have plenty of blankets. I like blankets for the tactile thing, like soft blankets. Those are nice. I like having a duvet for bed and then a blanket that goes over top of it. Background, thank you very much. Oh, so many supers. Oh, goodness me. I'm reading now. Reading. I love reading. This is a lie. This is a big lie. It's okay to send you Spanish things to say. Oh, please. No. I actually really love doing that. I know some Niji members don't enjoy reading stuff out in other languages, but if I don't recognize it, I'll pop open Google Translate, and then I like saying it. I just think it's fun, you know. So that's fine. Feel free. Phoenix, thank you very much for the super. Take great pleasure in buying the very best plushie off the chemist shelf and smiling to myself. Just rob some mother's drooling child of that plushie. Jesus. It's like when the PS5 was in short supply, you know. And it's surprising to me that that now finally you can buy a PS5 if you want one. You don't have to rush, you know, and keep an eye on stock. It's like when the PS5 first came out and it was such in like short supply. There was this thing that was like, just a reminder, every PS5 you buy is one that will not be opened by a child on Christmas. And it was just Michael Jordan. Fuck them kids. Fuck them kids. Seki, thank you very much for the super. Would you be opposed to people making a Dakimakura of you? Absolutely not. I would love to see that kind of thing. A Voxan one as well would also be very nice. I might even be interested in purchasing that one. Misa, thank you for the gifted. Shako, thank you very much. So would a bouquet of chicken nuggets in a beer glass? Now that is nice. Presenting that in a sweet way with a beer glass? Yeah, I think that's nice. Nekosaka, thank you very much. Once I gave him... so impressed that you used it for a long time. Yeah, just understanding their hobbies is a really nice way of getting someone a gift. Tarushka, sorry if you got asked this before. You're interested in playing Baldur's Gate 3? Yes. I am asking thoroughly on the Niji Discord if anyone wants to join me for a campaign. I have a couple sign-ups already, but I haven't given them a date yet. So I'm going to ask again and see if I can get something figured out for a few sessions of Baldur's Gate, because I think that's going to be really fun. I'm so curious about what all the rave reviews are about and how accurately it actually manages to recreate D&D. Irishin, thank you very much for the super. Didn't have the chance to see the gorillas. I don't know what I would do if I went to the zoo and saw a gorilla. I get so excited. I get so scared I would evolve. Shu, thank you for the super. How much do you hate me, Gunner? Because I sure do. Oh, I have bad memories of me, Gunner. The worst memory of me, Gunner, for me, I won't tell you. So, with Miis in Smash, obviously you can customize your Mii to look like whoever you want. All I'm going to say is that I got 3-stocked and camped out for ages by a Mii Gunner who just spammed like the down special, the down B bomb move, and just threw it around. And all I'm going to say is that they had a name that was very offensive, and they happened to be cosplaying a very controversial person from history. And I just felt so mad because I knew they were trying to make people upset, and the fact that their playstyle was actively making me upset just made it even worse. And I quit Smash for a good few days after that one. That was nasty. Connie, thank you very much for the super. Oh, we'll put an art print on a beer. That's really cute. I would love something like that. Sabu, thank you very, very much. Took him to the mall and asked him to pick anything he wanted. Within 5 minutes, picked a random t-shirt. Yeah, that's the thing, is that ever since I started earning a decent amount of money, I feel like I don't really know. People ask, like, you know, like my parents take Christmas quite seriously. They're always like, oh, you got to tell us what you want for Christmas. And I'm just like, I don't know what to ask for. I feel bad asking for specific gifts. You know, it feels like I'm taking advantage, and I don't want to do that. Rent. Oh, deep bowls. Those are nice. I like, yes, deep bowls, like sort of like really deep bowls for like instant ramen. I used to have, I don't know where it's gone. I used to have this like ramen bowl, which was like a porcelain version of one of those instant ramen cups. Like it had the design on the outside, and then it had a lid that you could put on it as well. And it was really sweet. I used to like that a lot. Ria, thank you for the gifted. Mafia Gravity. Like to hug your squishmallow while you sleep to calm yourself down due to anxiety. Oh, I'm sorry. I'm sorry for making you feel childish for liking plushies. If they help you with your anxiety, that's perfectly fine. Señor K. Sánchez, lo amo mucho. Besitos. Season, thank you very much. Preparing for the start of your PhD. I'm so tired. Good luck. It's going to be fine. Huma, yes! Little Nightmares 3! Last night, I was considering making this stream a game stream and I was wondering, like, oh, I wonder if there are any good horror games I haven't played recently. And then I was reminded that Little Nightmares 3 was coming out. I was like, fuck! Yes! Because Little Nightmares 2, no spoilers, but I mean, that ending, I gotta know more! Where do they go next? What's gonna happen next? Fucking madness, Little Nightmares 2 just has one of the best endings, and both games, such a great world to explore. I love both of those games so dearly, and I'll say this a million times. I wish that Stray had been more like Little Nightmares. I wish so much, because Little Nightmares tells a fantastic story. A really compelling story with a fantastic world with no dialogue whatsoever. It's all visual, and yet you get it. And if you want, and you get the full experience, you feel as though you've traversed through an unforgiving, terrible world by the end of it. And even if you don't fully understand it, and you can if you do your research and you dig really deep, but you don't need to enjoy the game. Imagine if, instead of being like a Ubisoft tier side quest simulator, imagine if Stray had been a game with no dialogue, or maybe distant background dialogue, you know, being said ambiently by other characters, where you, as a cat, run around and do things that cats do. A cat wouldn't choose to save the world. A cat wouldn't give a fuck. Cats are so self-centered. Cat walks up to you and gives you a sniff, and if it doesn't care, it just walks off. It's like, no, whatever. You know, the cat just walks away. A cat would save the world by accident. That's what I wish Stray was. I wish Stray was a cat platforming adventure where you walk around as a cat, and each level is like you've seen a laser pointer and you just have to keep chasing it. But inadvertently, when you try to progress through the game, you knock shit over, and that disrupts some evil organization, and by the end of it, you wind up like killing the bad guy and saving the world, but all you really did was get to a nice cold bowl of milk. You know, I just think that would be such a more accurate cat experience. Allison, thank you. Mwah. Thank you very much for the kiss. Kendra, thank you very much. Played Breath of the Wild recently and got a horse. I haven't played Breath of the Wild yet. I need to. I still haven't played Tears of the Kingdom. I bought it, but I never made time to play it. And I really wish I had, because I've heard about how good it is. 1010, thank you for the gifted. I really wish that I had gotten around to playing that. There are so many games that I've missed. If I can, very soon, I would like to play Armored Core 6, because if I don't play every FromSoft game released post-Demon Souls, I will not like myself, and I will be very sad. Wee oh, thank you very much. Nanai. It sounds like you're saying night. That's cute. So I'm looking forward to playing Armored Core. The Donkey review of Armored Core was really fun. The Donkey review of Armored Core was really funny when he made like his... I never knew there was so much customization in Armored Core, but I can't wait to try it. I've never really played a mech game before. So I'd be interested to try Armored Core 6 and see what it's like. Jen, thank you very much. Happy birthday to your puppy 13. That's an old dog. I love this vid. There's a video of this guy who has a chihuahua, and he goes on a talk show, and he's like, this is Maverick. And this dog has his tongue out, his eyes are whited out, he's like shivering, and he's just kind of looking around like... He's like, this is Maverick. Maverick is 22. He's blind, he's deaf, and he has no teeth. And I felt so bad. I was like, Maverick, look at poor Maverick. He just wants to die. Maverick is praying for the grave. And then they said, no, there's one thing keeping this old dog alive. Yes, that chihuahua had lived to 22. And he was like, there's one thing keeping this old dog alive, and it's the power of love. And there's a video of this dog just stood in the middle of like a garden, shivering its ass off, tongue hanging out, just... And then a much younger chihuahua runs past and just does a little spin, and he falls over, and they're like, oh, aren't they so cute? And I was like, Maverick, poor Maverick. He needs to go. His ticket to go across the Rainbow Bridge expired maybe 5 years ago. He's hung on too long. Poor Maverick. I'm not saying I want the dog to die. I'm just saying he looked very uncomfortable at that old age. I don't think dogs are supposed to live that long. Yui, yesterday was your cat's birthday. He's getting chonky. Ooh, you have to be careful. You got to be very careful. Make sure you cut back on your cat's diet, okay? I'm gonna wish your cat a happy birthday, but remember, the only person whose fault it is if that cat gets fat. You know, who's the one feeding them? That's all I'm saying. You start to give him a little less food, you know. And if he meows at you like, give me food, just be like, no, you're on a diet. I really want a pet at some point, because I would love like the dialogue that I would have with my pet, you know. Like if I had a dog or a cat, I feel like conversations with cats are great, you know. Like the meow. Oh, yeah? Meow. Oh, and then what happened? Meow. Oh, that's funny. Meow. Oh, my God, she did what? I feel like I would just do that every day. I would endless entertainment from that. Mafia, thank you. Rika, thank you very much. Ooh. Thing is, it's okay to fail an exam every once in a while. You shouldn't aim for it, but you got to remember that life goes on. Life goes on no matter what, and you will find new things to pursue. And failing one exam is not going to completely stop you from finding new things to do. Even if you're still on your current path, you can always try and take it again another time. So good luck. It's going to be fine. Cherry and Forest, same to you, okay? It's going to be fine. Good luck in your exam, but you don't need to worry about it. Thank you, Black Crown. Ooh. Allison, don't think just because that's a blue super I'm going to miss that. I can be your kitten. Meow. It's pathetic. Oh, let me Google. Interesting. Let me translate that, see what that means. Mi dolce Kindred. Sin importar que pase. Que pase? Que pase? Sin importar que pase. Te amaré por siempre. Te amaré por siempre. I guess. I feel like I fucked up the... Siempre. 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 I don't know how to pronounce that. I'm trying. I'm doing my best out here. Worried. Thanks so much. Heard of the game Inside. I do need to play Inside. I've heard very good things. Not a single bad thing has ever been said about the game Inside, but I have yet to play it. Thank you, Nekosaka, for the super. Trying to get into new content, like Kamen Rider. I find this quite interesting, and suits a weeb like you. Feeling of discovering a new world is amazing. Yeah, I felt the same way when I first started watching foreign language movies. There's a whole world, like Bong Joon-ho says, the legend, the icon, the man, the myth. Bong Joon-ho says, once you get over the 1-inch barrier of subtitles, you'll discover a whole new world of entertainment. And he's right, you know? It's time to broaden our horizons and watch new things. I mean, a lot of you guys don't speak English fluently. English might be a second language, and here you are enjoying content in an indie English language. That's something you might not have experienced otherwise if you'd limited yourself. So, you know, now you get to enjoy me. I just flexed. Yeah, you know. Do you think Titanic holds up? I actually haven't seen it. I've seen like half of it. I saw half of it with my dad like a good few years ago. He never finished it. And what's your voice like when you're talking to a cat? I'm like, if I see a random cat in the street, I'm like, oh, hello, hi, hey, little guy. Oh, what's going on? Hello, come on, hello. Do you want to George? Psst, 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 hello. But then if I had like my own cat, I'd be like, hello, mate. You all right? Yeah, you're all right. Do you want a beer? Nah, you can't have that. I would just treat him like he was my mate. Sai, thank you very much. Never played Last of Us. I should. Sai say, thank you very much. I think I would. I would baby my cat and be like, oh, you're just a little baby. Oh, just a stupid little baby. Doesn't even know his ABCs. Oh, little baby doesn't even know what he wants to have for breakfast. Can't even remember what day of the week it is. Oh, it's okay. And now I can put that in the head of every one of you and make you wish even more that you were a cat that I could adopt. He doesn't eat a lot. Oh, that's worrying. Then you better take him to the vet. If he's eating the same as he always does, then that sounds a bit worrying. Wake you up at 4 a.m., 5 a.m., and 7 a.m. every day. Well, I guess I'm going to be on those CEO hours. Waking up at the same time as Tim Cook every morning. Getting ready to figure out how to preserve more hundreds of billions and slowly starve the economy. Avery Menges, thank you very much for the super. Just came back from uni trip. I'm so drunk. Take care of yourself. Remember to drink water. Morisaki, thank you. Kendra, thank you very, very much. Rita, Lynn. Continue away out. I do need to ask Shu. I need to ask Shu to continue that. We can get around to that, certainly. Kudoi 2.0, thank you very much. I feel like if you do that to a cat, it's going to hate you. Nah. He'd learn to love it. He or she would learn to love it. What do you want me puppet to drink on the plane? This is a fun question, actually. Because I love to travel, and so Pictures of my puppet on planes are really nice. Okay, if you have the option, like I did when I flew to LA, take a picture of my puppet next to a glass of whiskey. Next to a glass of neat whiskey. And then try it and see if you like it. I mean, if you already like whiskey, that's great. But if you don't, now's a good chance to try. If you can't get whiskey, a can of beer is enough. Blackground, thank you very much. It's so good. Oh, God, thank you. Your aunt's dog was like a mini human. You tell him no, and he'd and just walk away. I love some of the attitude you can get out of animals sometimes. I'll never forget my friend. My friend had this dog. It was a black lab, and he was so old. Like, I don't think any of us even knew exactly how old this dog was. It just plodded around, and it didn't really woof. It just went like, and it had this habit of like walking into my friend's room, and it would like nudge the door open and walk in. It'd be like, oh, hey, what's going on? And the dog would just, it would just fart, turn around, and walk back out again. An absolute old bitch of a dog. Nova, thank you. Blue Grin, thank you. Muli, thank you. Shako, thank you very much. Oh, it's a baby. Having a good day. Hi, Stinky. I feel like I call all cats Stinky. I'm like, what's up, Stinky? What's up, Smelly? Anami, thank you very much. Keep listening to the stream from your office. Good luck with everything. And thank you very much. Have you ever watched a video? Yes! Yes, I love him. That's Jack. I've seen that video countless times. Jack, the cat with the deep voice. This is Jack. Bo. His voice is a little deeper than most cats. Bo. Whoa. You say hi? You say hi, Jack? Bo. I love him so much. I love him so much. And all the comments are like, oh, his voice is a little deeper than most cats. Bro, his voice is a little deeper than yours. So nice of this cat to show us his pet human for a little while. This cat must pay the bills in this house. Boo. Whoa. No. Come here, thank you very much. You want to be scolded like oof. You are a worthless, friendless piece of shit whose mommy left daddy when she found out he wasn't Eugene O'Neill, and who is now crying and slobbering over my drum set like a fucking 9-year-old girl. Do you really want to be treated that way? I don't know. Sometimes there are problems I can't fix. Kiwi, thank you very much. Fucked up looking Donkey Kongs. I want to see those. I've seen so many Donkey Kongs. Where? Oh. Moonbear, thank you so much. Congratulations on getting a job. Nekosaka, thank you very much. Every time you play with stray cats downstairs, even just you have to endure being attacked by mosquito. Oh. You gotta be careful with that. Rebecca M, thank you very much. Today is your birthday. Thank you, Mimint. Thank you, Miratrice. Cat's new trick is jumping on the computer. Oh, fuck no. I would have to keep the outside door to my office closed all the time. I wouldn't want to deal with that. But then I feel sad because I want my cat to come on in and be like, meow. I want him to come on in and be like, and I'll be like, hey, what's up? But I don't want him to jump on the. And then again, it's a bit of a around the outside of the booth. There's a bit of a tight squeeze. So, but then again, cats can fit through any small space. Lays, your family has 11 dogs. Sitting in the middle of their playpen and getting attacked. Oh, terrible. I'm extremely jealous. Where do I sign up? 10. Of course you can. Ray, thank you very much. No need to go to work today. I can rest and watch the stream. The strong wind is making the windows feel like they're about to burst. Extreme weather. Yeah. Thunderstorms always fuck me up. I mean, they don't scare me, but I get excited when I see them. And sometimes there's just more lightning than there should be. You know, sometimes you expect lightning to be like, ooh, off in the distance, but then sometimes it's like, and when it's like that, I just, you know, if I learn, I'm a heavy fucking sleeper, right? I remember staying with my parents once, and there was an awful storm in the middle of the night. Like, apparently, a terrible storm with lightning just coursing everywhere and destroying everything, and rain just causing branches to fall off of trees and wind and shit. And they told me about it the next morning, like, did you see the storm? And I was like, I was fast asleep. Slept through the entire thing. Just like I slept through my stream last week. Sunny, good luck. Good luck with your travel. I hope you have a nice time. Tend to dream. Thank you very much. But your neighbor's Alaskan Malamute. Oh, those are big dogs. That's it. Those are big, big dogs. I'd like one of those. Julian, thank you very much. Murasaki, thank you. He's gonna get lonely. No, he'll be fine. I've been lonely many years. I'm sure my puppet can cope as well. Ema, thank you very much. Oh, Grumpy Cat of the kid. Oh, Grumpy Cat is iconic, but I like Keyboard Cat. He's a little silly. Why is he doing that? I'm sorry, Beef Sandwich. I'm sorry for being such a pinnacle of the male sex, and for reminding you that, and for reminding everybody that that men are pretty cool. I remember I said a while ago that one of my dreams was to be someone's gay awakening, but then someone else said that I was their bisexual awakening and that they thought that they were a lesbian the entire time, and I proved them otherwise, and I was like, now that is very high praise. Because obviously, when you grow up in this day and age, society assumes that you're straight, and then they will, and then eventually you will, figure that out on your own. To figure out, oh, I'm a lesbian, and then to also encounter me, and to be like, actually, no, I'm going to backtrack just a little bit, that is such high praise. I will never forget that. No, I love that video too, Lily. Oh no, don't woof. A woof. A woof. Is that what you want, John? A woof. I'll woof when I want. A woof. Sapphire, thank you very much. I miss you too. Mwah. Leonaki, thank you. Scarlet Shadow, thank you so much. Kendra, thank you very much. Jingya, thank you very much. Gaia Gracious, thank you so much. Cool, this is Super Cat. Akaros, I was at the doctor earlier, playing the Lorax. If they played the Lorax like that, you know what they need? I saw a diagram recently. You know what they need? For dentist's office, they need Family Guy funny moments. They need Family Guy funny moments to play above like the light, so that they can create a sense of ease. Vox, are you a lemon? No, but I am sweet rather than sour. Ren, thank you very much. When I was a kid playing outside, almost got hit by lightning. Hit like a rock 2 feet away from me. That's a real fear. That's a very real fear. I mean, the chances of that... How many people are struck by lightning each year? Oh my god. According to the National Geographic in 2009, 2,000 people were killed annually worldwide by lightning. Jesus, that's a lot more than I thought. Imagine that. Imagine that. Imagine just walking around outside. Oh, it's getting a bit rainy. Boom! You're dead. So long, and thanks for all the fish, bitch. Is my voice really that soothing? Ah, you better go to sleep. You better go to sleep, baby. Mwah. It's Bi-Visibility Month. Is it really? Is it really? Well, I'm right here. Am I visible enough? You can see me, can't you? Good. Alright, I'm doing my part. Chun, thank you very much. You have a date? Oh, Chun, you have a date tomorrow. I feel like we're planning to go see a movie. I feel like watching a movie in the first meeting could be awkward. Okay, here's the plan. I would suggest going for dinner or lunch before the movie. Introduce yourself and get a chance to chat before the movie. I think that's a much better way of doing it, because that way you can kind of, go through it without feeling the urge to talk during the movie, which you should not do, even though you want to get to know your date. I would suggest trying to meet up for coffee or lunch beforehand, or dinner, depending on the time. Koi, thank you very much. There are a lot of videos of cats doing that, but I probably have seen it. I do love cake, Didier, thank you very much. Is there anything to help me? Say no to cake. Very difficult giving up sweets. Oh, I don't know if I could ever give up sweets. They're too good. Okay, listen. Next time, I want you to... What I want you to do, imagine this. Next time somebody offers you cake, imagine me. I'm stood behind the person offering cake, and I've got my arms folded. Like I used to when I wear my suit. And I would look at you and I'd go like, You're never going to eat cake again. You're never going to eat cake again. Remember, I'm armed with a deadly weapon. If you eat cake, I will kill you. I will find you. And I will kill you. Understand? Serious business. How do you feel about rabbits, though? Ooh. Ooh. I like rabbits. They're sweet. I've never really thought about owning a rabbit. I don't think it's really for me, but they're very cute. They're very cute indeed. I like them a lot. Foggy, thank you. Just Jay, thank you. Think about going back to school. Because you mostly draw anime or VTubers. You'd like to ask for some normal ideas for your portfolio. Well, I think that when it comes to portfolio, this is the fun part about building a portfolio, is that it can be anything you want. What I would suggest is to really tap into your inspirations and what it is that you really, really, really love to do. Because with a portfolio, you don't need to do anything to impress anybody. All you need is raw artistic talent to show off in your portfolio. So draw something that you're passionate about, and inevitably that talent will show itself if you breathe it into something that you care about. So yeah, good luck with that. That's exciting. I get quite nostalgic when I think about college or university. I'd like to go back at some point. Wallflower, thank you. Satiro Hysterico. My VTuber awakening. Thanks so much for cheering my mornings and putting a smile on my face. Oh, you sweet thing. Mwah. Thank you very much. Glad to have introduced someone else to this madhouse of a community. See, thank you very much. Emotional support cat at your dorm floor. Just a tiny little guy. Oh, tiny little guy. Meow. I wish when I went to university, I wish there was an emotional support cat on my floor. I just had very, very loud party goers at 2, 4, and 6 a.m. every single morning right outside my door, blasting The Box by Roddy Ricch, or Feet Roddy Ricch, I'm not sure. Every single morning. Clubs, thank you very, very much. Barely see. Oh, how dare you? How dare you? Rude. Or I'm in my lesbian era, but I still find you really attractive. Why do I feel like that's an act of pity? Why do I feel like that's an act of pity? You don't need to pity me. You seen me. You seen me. I'm so beautiful. I'm so beautiful. I could have anybody I want. I don't need your pity. You go out and you kiss lots of pretty girls. Okay? Not that I'm jealous or anything. Them and you. Yui, thank you very much for the super. Too hard to choose one if you and Voxan are both in front of me. I'm going to ask you a really honest question, right? Why not both? That'd be great for me as well. That'd be great for me as well. Kayla, thank you very much. Roku, thank you so much. Doesn't mean it works on cake, eh? You never know. Skarletsky Yue, thank you very much. You bought a puppy. He doesn't have an English name yet. Can you give him an English name? What's a good name for a dog? For a big... Would you get a golden retriever? Ooh, what's a good name for a golden retriever? I mean, Ken is blonde. You can call him Ken. You know what? Ryan. Ryan Gosling. That's a great name for a golden retriever. He's such that kind of guy. Yeah, call him Ryan. Oh, everybody's saying Luca. Yeah, 20,000 fucking points for originality, guys. 20,000 points for originality, everybody. Congratulations. So-called free thinkers. So-called free thinkers when someone asks what to call their golden retriever. Ram, thanks very much for the super. You have a cute little me that hangs around your dresser. That's so cute. Wish I had a cute little me. I've just got a regular-sized, handsome me, which ain't so bad, actually. Black girl. Oh. Luluaf, thank you very much. Sugar Glider, I do love Sugar Gliders. They're very silly. Why are they like that? Phoenix, thank you very much. I am. I'm here for emotional support all the time. Jerami, thank you very much. Thank you for being yourself. Being your first Oshi. Congratulations. Why did I say congratulations? Yeah, no, congratulations for picking the right Oshi. There's so much motivation. I'm glad I could have helped you. Going to Japan this October. Cannot wait, as it'll be my first time. Wondering if I could make an Ita bag of you. I'm not really sure what that is, but have fun in Japan, and I'm sure you're going to have a really, really good time. Hope I get to go back to Japan at some point soon as well. I'd really like to go and revisit. I want to have more food. I want to go to a proper omakase restaurant, like a sushi restaurant, and really, really try it now that I know I like sushi. Because the last time I went to a Japanese sushi restaurant, I was like fighting to get through it all, you know, because it was such a new taste and I was so afraid of it all. Bag showing off the merch. I see. Well, yes. Go right ahead. Make whatever it is you want. I'm just reading about lightning strikes now. I was reading about... I have a bad habit. I was reading about, like, two different things. I was reading about spontaneous combustion, and I was reading about deaths by escalator. And deaths by escalator really fucked me up quite a bit. I don't know why. I suddenly got interested. I was like, I wonder if you don't step off the escalator at the bottom, do you just get sucked in? You just get smushed, you know. And I looked it up. It turns out quite a few people have died on escalators. Not by that, but by, like, one of the platforms, like, falling out, and they just get consumed by the gears. It's horrifying. I really wish I didn't read that, because I'm scared to use escalators now. Every time I step on them, I'm, like, making sure I grip the side, so if something fell out from under me, I could, like, lift myself away. Of course, these are all statistical anomalies. You could walk on an escalator every single day for the rest of your life and never get into a single accident. Most likely thing that happened to happen on an escalator if it's busy is someone gives you a shove. So, you know, just get out of people's way. If you're stood on the left of an escalator, in the UK anyway, and you're not moving, it's your fault if you get shoved. If you fall down the escalator because you're stood on the left like a fucking idiot, it's your fault if you get shoved. It might be standing on the left in another country, in which case you should observe local custom and stand on the correct side of the escalator. If you're being inconsiderate of those around you who might be in a real rush, just be prepared that you may get shoved and fall down the escalator to your gruesome death. And I would be like, ooh, but then I'd walk away being like, yeah, it was gonna happen sooner or later. Bailey, thank you very much. What flavor of birthday cake would you recommend for me to have this year? I don't know what you like. I like lemon cake. Get a lemon cake. Those are nice. Albert Chorus, thank you very much for the super witchestry. You messed up getting over it so bad, you got the Tokugawa quote. Can I get a quote from you instead of him? Oh, yes. A quote from me? Great googly moogly, it's all gone to shit. I said that. Thanks, Kendra, for the super as well. That's cute. You fell down the amusement park accident rabbit hole recently. Now that's scary. That's scary. I've seen a few of those videos. Not videos of it actually happening, but like, you know, videos talking about like, and it was at this time that 4-year-old Timmy Buster Brown was on the Megadeth asshole ride, and his head came straight off and hit a bird out of the sky, and then they fell down and somebody else on the floor died as well. Or something like that. Horrifying. You lost a finger on an escalator in the UK. Okay, now I'm scared. What the fuck? I don't want to use any escalators anymore. How'd you lose a finger? That must have been like a busted up old ass escalator. That's scary. How'd you do that? Oh no. How? You lost a finger? I don't know what I would do. I'm so used to all 10 of mine. I don't know what I'd do without them. I'm hoping that if I ever did lose a finger, that it would be my pinky. Because I would be very sad if I lost my pinky, but at least I feel like I could use... Imagine trying to learn an instrument. You look up tutorials on YouTube, and it's like, now take this finger and do this. And you go, oh. I'm so sorry that happened to you. That's actually horrible. Baby, thank you very much. Favorite kind of rodent? I love rats. Rats are amazing. Rats are so cool. They're so fat. Even though they're perfectly healthy when an overweight rat is like, bah! You know, even rats of a healthy weight look fat, you know, and why are their fucking male rats, why are their balls so big? Why are their fucking balls so huge? Why? It's like I talked about this on Twitter a while ago. It's like, yeah, you know, was that just the Lord having a bit of a silly? The Lord having a bit of a funny, like, and this small animal shall have giant fucking nuts. Shazam. Why do they have such big balls? I love rats. Rats are great. They're amazing. Yui, can you have both? Of course. No. Equal attention for everybody. Don't you worry. Don't you worry. What? I got 2 entire... I'm not gonna... What? Nah. You got nothing to worry about. Koi, thank you for the super. I used to read about human combustion all the time. Your friends called you crazy. I was crazy. The thing that scared me... Yeah, well, thank you, Sakura. The thing that scared me, I was reading about spontaneous combustion. It's always like... No one's ever seen it happen. It's always like, oh, and we saw this old lady in her apartment. And she had burned to death and there was nothing else around them. There was nothing else around them, and their shoes remained, and that's quite funny. That's quite funny, the idea that you can burst into flames, but the shoes survive. It's like something out of a cartoon. You just blow up. Ming, thank you very much for the super. Oh. Gonna try, so please wish me luck. Hey, good luck with that, Ming. It's very, very difficult. I'll tell you, so am I. You know, I'm trying to make some changes to my life as well, and it's a bit scary, but... These things, if you feel as though you're on a direction leading you towards something that will make you happy, then be a little brave and you'll really thank yourself in the future, okay? Good luck. Alison, I've never watched much of that channel, but I do need to check it out. Evapunk, thank you very much. Recommend pet rats, because I have 3 and they're the sweetest little girls. If you get boys, they have huge, funny-looking balls. Yes, I love rats. I don't think I would get a rat as a pet, but I like just being in proximity to pet rats. I just think they're great. I asked for a hug and you felt it. Oh, you had a nice dream. I wish my dreams were like that. My dreams are always just kind of weird. Sunny, thank you. I had met a very, very small grey cat at a cold night. Ooh. Far from home. Someone else will take care of it. Don't you worry. Cats have universal appeal. They'll always be looked after. Ka, thank you very much. Got my Menendo recently. Put my Barbie tiaras and purses in him. He's feeling so bonita. He deserves to be bonita. He's a pretty little boy. Evapunk, thank you very much. As you started talking about rats. One red, thank you for the Aka Super. Rat. 3 whole rats for 100 Canadian dollars. Thank you so much, One Red. That's incredibly kind of you. Would you like a kiss? You want a kiss? You can have a kiss. You know what I'm thinking about? I'm thinking about the possibility that I've talked about before of once my big project comes out, of doing a subathon to kind of, you know, capitalize on a little bit of the hype, and also to see if I can't help but maybe, just maybe, break even or make a little bit of the budget that I spent on it back, because it has been a very expensive project for me to make. Not to the point where I am actively living paycheck to paycheck or anything. I've done my fair share of that. I've done my fair share of that in life, and I do not intend to go back to it. But it would be interesting to do a stream to kind of like see how much we can do, because obviously a subathon is all about, you know, the more that is donated or the more that people go for members, the more, you know, the longer the stream goes. It'd be like a challenge. I'm just wondering what to do for it, you know? I'm just wondering how I would fill up that much time. Yeah, thank you very much for the super. Subathons are possible on YouTube? Not really, because there's the 12-hour limit on a VOD. So if I did a subathon, what I would do is I would essentially split it up into sections. So I would do like the initial 12 hours, and then once that's over, I would treat that as the cutoff point. I would set a time to restart the stream the next day and resume the timer from that point as well. So that way, you know, I guess the thing about a subathon is that it's possible for it to go down while you're asleep. So maybe I would leave the timer going overnight while I'm off stream, but it would still go up with the chat from the waiting room the next day, I guess. And I've thought what I would do. Now, well, I don't think I need to do Twitch because I have a plan. There is a the lovely Sale who did my alerts and my chat. I've been considering commissioning either, if she's available, or somebody else who knows coding, to make a subathon timer that works with YouTube, because there are no publicly available ones like there are for Twitch. So, you know, I know that the API and stuff for YouTube with regards to subathons and stuff, it is there and you can do it. It just takes a little bit more legwork. So if I could get like a custom timer made with like with that kind of thing, I think that'd be really, really cool to do for it. And also, I have some ideas for like really fleshing out members content once the big project is out. And so I think that a subathon that encourages people to get a membership, encourages people to gift memberships, would be a really, really nice way of kind of like showing a lot of that off to people and kind of encouraging them like, hey, you might want to come back. Avis, oh, what do you want for not safe for work art? Hope this question doesn't make you feel uncomfortable. Not at all. I would love to think about that. What would I do? What would I like? What would I like? Everybody, I'm being offered a free not safe for work commission. This is a fantastic opportunity. I have to take this up. What do I want? God. See, here's the thing, right? My temptation would be to ask for like for my World of Warcraft character, because I've been playing that game a whole lot in my spare time recently. But the problem is, I'm so fucking indecisive with like transmogs and outfits that her look changes like every day. Like every day I log in, I just kind of decide to change the transmog every time. I'm like, you know what? I'm gonna go for a blue motif today. Ooh, I fancy getting something a little darker here. Oh, let's change the hair color this. Ooh, now this one looks nice. And ooh, I wonder how this would match up with this. I literally went like hunting, you know, drop rates, looking for custom armor sets the other day. Because I stopped working at around like 11 p.m. and I had like an hour or so. And I just went in and started like farming for gear and stuff like that. So it was fun. Yeah, dress-up game. That's what World of Warcraft has become to me at this point. My entire interest in the game. I love playing it, and I love doing the actual content. I love the raids. I love the Mythic Plus, and I love all of that. But my main interest, literally, is treating it like a fucking dress-up game. Is going in and trying to find a way of creating outfits that match color-wise, that sort of match the fantasy of the character, and that are as slutty as possible. And finding the awful thing about WoW is that all of the super revealing armor sets, or a lot of them anyway, are really old. You know, they're really, really old, and so they just look like a retexture for the skin of your character, and they have like weird pixelation on it. And, you know, I wish that some of the detail on the new armor sets was put into, you know, making something a little more scandalous. I mean, who doesn't want that? Who doesn't want to play as a character that's like hot, you know? You need to start Baldur's Gate. Yeah, maybe I do. Maybe I do. I'll think about what I want. I'll send that off soon, because I don't want to boot the game up and take a screenshot right now, because who knows? I might have changed the outfit by the time you finish it. I probably will have, several times. Cello, thank you very much. You don't like rats. What you need... Okay, you're thinking about wild, terrifying rats who, you know, wild rats, street rats. You don't want that. A pet rat is lovely. Pet rat is lovely. They're so sweet. Once you meet someone who has pet rats, you're gonna really change your mind about rats. Corrupted Unicorn, thank you very much. Used to own 2 rats called Dorian von Sniffersnoof and Freddy von Patchenstein. That's fantastic. Those are great names for rats. You want to make rats sound fancy, because rats are like these big fat rats. That's a great sentence, isn't it? These big fat rats. They're just like these, hey, what's going on? I would want, if I had a pet rat, I would name him like Fettuccine. You know, I'd name him like, if I had a rat, I would name them something like, I'd name them after characters from The Godfather. Hang on. The Godfather character. You know what? I would name them after Italian filmmakers. I would have 2 rats, 2 male rats, right? I would call one of them Scorsese, and I would name the other one Coppola. That's so, yes! Oh my god, I'm so smart. That's so genius. Okay, I have to get rats now. That's so, like, artsy, so studenty, but I fucking love it. Why not? That's so sweet. Mincy, thank you very much for the super. Really glad I could be there for emotional support. Oh, good. Keep younger kids happy. Oh, my puppet, right. I thought you were talking about my streams. I was like, don't be showing me the kids in your class. No, please, don't be doing that. But puppet is fine. Emotional support demon, good. Yeah, puppet can do that. He has no mouth and he cannot scream. Nekosaka, thank you very much. Kenjo, thank you very, very much. One of the... Ooh, Akumaverse men. Go for a classic. Go for Professor. Go on. You know you want to. Saku, I want to play Baldur's Gate. Okay, I'm going to do it. I'm going to do it. Yeah, thank you very much. Oh, yeah, I know. Don't worry about it. Heiko, thank you very much for the super. Just joined the NA gang. Going to stay here for a while for study. Congratulations. It's going to be really nice for you. I like NA. It's a nice place to be. I like the food. Hope you have fun. Don't want to stay up and rush to the bus stop for class anymore. That's true. Nezumi. Your name just means rat in Japanese. That's so funny. I've been talking about you all day. Speak of the devil. Well, speak of the devil. Charami, thank you very much. I'll send it on Twitter. Okay, I'll keep an eye out for it. Name one of your rats Dariorodinto. Nah, I like the rat names I came up with. Ren, thank you very much. Inma, thank you very much. You get really upset if your transmog I'm waiting so heavily. You know what I love in WoW is that I love it when I will get like a look, you know? When I've put an when I've given my character an outfit like that, and then I'll notice some other character walking around, someone else's character walking around in the city, and they'll kind of stop and look at me and kind of like walk around a little bit and then walk away, and I'm like, yeah, I know I caught your eye. But I'm waiting for someone to ask, why are you dressed that way? Why is your ass out? Why do you not? Why your titties out? Why are you dressed that way? And I just want to. I don't know. I keep thinking of like what I should say. You know, what should I say to a person who asks me that? I just want to be like, I don't know. I like to feel pretty sometimes. Phoenix, thank you very much for the super. I think I would say that in character, but in reality, I just like having an ass to look at while I play nice games. It's better than, you know, something nice to look at while you play a fun game is better than, I don't know, something less nice to look at while you play a nice game. And thank you very much. Recently been obsessed with the world's most Oh, capybaras are great. They're so fucking big. Why are they so big? Who made them like that? They eat their own shit as well. That's kind of scary. I don't know the earworm song, and I kind of don't want to know it because I don't want to get something stuck in my head. Chun, good night, babe. Mwah. Of course, and thank you for commissioning it. It's beautiful artwork. So glad I could have made your day. Eating, thank you very much. I like chinchillas as well. We played Chinchilla's art game the other day. So yeah, like I was saying, I would like some suggestions for what we could use to fill up a subathon, because I have no idea. I feel like I would run out of ideas so fast, you know? I feel like I would run out of ideas really, really fast. Millie, thank you very much for the super. I feel like I would run out of ideas. I feel like watch-alongs are good. We need a theme, maybe. I think like big collabs, like, you know, crab games and sort of inviting people out for stuff. Maybe like if with YouTube you've got the 12 hours minimum, I guess a lot of it could be each day would be playing a game that I want to play. Talking about something I want to talk about. And then near the end of it, maybe we can make room for like a collab or an event in the evenings, you know, so something like, I don't know. Something like, yeah, something like a crab game with a bunch of people in it, or something similar like that. Who knows? You know, who knows? Rebecca, thank you very much. Just want a little pet rat. Just a little one. Just a little guy. Oh, Vera, that's really sweet. Thank you. Arere Miritris, thank you very much. And Berry Bean Pie, thank you so much. More details about the Forbidden EX voice pack, Avis. Ooh. Well, Yes. Well, it's essentially, I don't know how else to describe it. I mean, there's not much to it, because EX voice packs tend to be a bit shorter. Let me remind myself. I can find the script for it that I wrote. God, looking through my Google Drive with like all of the stuff in there, I'm like, there are so many fucking spoilers in here. There is so many files. No, I deleted the script for it as well. Damn it. No, I don't have the script anymore. I would have recorded it. I submitted it, so I have the file. I just can't read the script, and I wouldn't want to play it right now because I don't know if I'm allowed to do that. But what I'll tell you about the voice pack is that it's like pining, but in a very like, I want to come home and I want to fuck, you know? Like I'm, you know, lying in bed, humping the bed sheets in agony because I'm not around you, kind of thing, you know? That's it. That was the idea. So I can kind of understand why maybe they thought that was a bit too explicit for a voice pack. Maybe I'll get a chance to release that on its own at some point, maybe for members. I can just kind of slip that in, but I'll ask staff first, see if that's okay. Instead of putting it on the membership. Yeah, I think I would like to put it on the membership, just to kind of put it out there as like a little treat, you know? Especially since I'm winding down from sexual content now. A little treat while I'm doing it is not something I'm opposed to. A little treat for those of you who miss that kind of thing. A little treat, perhaps. I wouldn't mind. Praying for crumbs. Well, we'll see. I'm no promises. I gotta obey the rules. I gotta follow the rules. I gotta be a good NIJISANJI member. You know something that that made me really happy recently? It's kind of when I was like in the throes of going through, like deciding which changes to make. You know, for my own comfort and for the future of what I want to do on YouTube. And it was funny. I came across like, because I was having this debate with myself where it was like, you know, I don't want to make sexual content anymore, but I am hot and I don't want to stop and I'm tired of pretending I'm not. So I was wondering, like, if I stray away from the idea, from what I've been doing previously, will I give up on the image of being hot? And I was worried that by sort of responding to things in a different way, that I might kind of, you know, ruin that. But it was on then that same day, like a miracle, you know, it was there for me. I saw a video of who was it? I think it was Dua Lipa on stage, and in all of these different outfits, like doing this absurdly lewd, like sort of dance routine with the microphone, like the one where she kneels down and gets like holds the mic stand in both hands and just starts doing like the long dick motion. And I saw that with this, like, and she had like this really short dress on with like her butt hanging out the bottom, and I was like, I was like, damn, I really don't need to do a specific thing. I don't need to do a specific thing in order to be sexy. I can just do that anyway. And so it made me happy, and I figured that I can just go about whatever it is that I want to do in my own way. And remember that I don't need to specifically say, no, this is me. And in order to be perceived as, in order to be like the hot one, or in order to be, you know, to have people find me attractive and to represent sexuality a little bit, I don't need to be an out-and-out sex worker. Nor do I need to give, you know, and I also realized that I think that the definition of fan service has kind of been skewed a little bit, because fan service, at least when I first joined, I never thought fan service meant, you know, responding and doing everything that people ask you to do. And, you know, again, feeling like a theme park attraction with a coin slot, you know, someone sends super and it's like an transactional, like, oh, I give you super, you must do what I've asked you to do. I don't have to treat it that way. I can actually just do shit. And I know how to do that, and I like doing that. Just kind of, because I know you too well at this point. I know what you like. I know what you are. I think I understand perfectly well what you like about me. And I don't need to sort of derail my own stream to feel as though I need to say thank you to everyone who's given me a donation, because at the end of the day, that's what it is. It's a donation. It's made out of kindness, and I appreciate it to the ends of the earth. So I think again, I've said it before, and I feel bad because I had this, I had a stream, like last year where I said, like, I just want to be myself and I want to, you know, and I had made like the same epiphany back then as I made recently. But that's the thing about, I mean, not to get a little heavy, but I think that's the thing about trauma, you know, is that even if you're 100% aware of what your habits are and you're aware of the way that your brain is responding to that, it doesn't mean that you will have an easy time not doing it. You know, it feels so built in that sometimes it's like, damn, it's really impossible to just flip your behavior. And so last time, you know, I think it was like October last year or something. Maybe it was like early this year. I can't remember, maybe February, March, something like that. I can't remember. It was the end of the dream analysis stream. I sort of felt like I made that realization that I wanted to be myself, and I felt happy after that, but I still struggled to change my behavior because it felt like so drastic, you know. And maybe I didn't say thoroughly enough what I wanted, and a lot of the bad actors who were causing me a lot of anxiety just kind of didn't get the memo and kept doing that same thing over and over again. Allison, thank you. Rang and Aurea, thank you for the supers. So it's exciting because I'm looking forward to trying new things. It's difficult right now because so much of my time is being put into this big project that I'm doing, but what I can tell you is that it's going to contribute to a new, like, you know, it's like I said, like a fresh start, and I'm really excited for that. I'm really excited to really be more of my true self, I think, because, you know, there I go again. You know. Excited to be more of my true self, because I feel like for a long time I have been living up to the expectations of not just people who have been toxic and weird and awful to me, but also just everybody, you know. There I go again. If a perfectly normal, respectful person says they like it when I act a certain way, even if they would never, ever want me to change myself in order to live up to their expectation, I will still do it because, you know, I value my own experiences so much less than the experiences of those around me. But I'm excited to see what I might be capable of if I manage to change that. Thankfully, I'm on the road. There's like my psychiatrist recommended just sort of a regular therapist for me. And I'm on the waiting list for that now. It's going to be a little while, probably not until the end of the year, but I'm very excited to go down that journey as well. Do some EMDR, see if I can correct, you know, a lot of those brain worms that have been fucking around with me for a while. Yui, thank you very much. You're hot enough when you're playing Overwatch and FromSoft games. You call me hot and then you call me bro. Which one is it? Just do what makes you comfortable. I want to do both. I want to be comfortable, but I also want to push myself and be ambitious. I think I was just ambitious in a way that I didn't want to be. And I can change that, and I'm excited to do that. No name, thank you very much. And Wooly, thank you very much. In many ways. I know. Why not both? Step bro? No. No, none of that, please. Kendra, thank you very much. Yeah, I like that. No, I like that. I like doing that. I mean, that's the thing. I feel like the road I need to take is not to be super like specific about shit, you know, because the more that I am, let's say, like, for example, if there was one thing that made me like deeply uncomfortable, I feel like if I set it as like a hard rule, don't do this specific thing, not only does that encourage bad actors to do it more, but also I think that it kind of discourages people from going and doing things in their private time, like, you know, submissive Vox fan art or whatever it is. Like, I don't like that. I don't enjoy seeing it, and it does make me uncomfortable to sort of be put in that mold. But I'm not going to go out and say, hey, don't, you know, in your own space, don't do that, because it's your life, it's whatever. I think that what I need to do is just know what to respond to and what not to respond to, because I have that like panic gene in me, where if I see someone being like, I want this, or someone says, I don't want you to do that, I just feel this compulsion to be like, oh, absolutely, yes, I can do that. Oh my God, I'm going to do that for you. Yes, absolutely, I can do that. And I need to just have the strength to see a request that I don't like, you know, like I got one in a members stream, which, by the way, was from a perfectly respectful, very nice, kind individual who did absolutely nothing wrong, but it did make me think about it. Someone in a members stream asked me to say mommy, and I was like never going to be mad at the person for that, but I thought about it and I was like, I don't want to do that, and so I said, nah, it's okay, and moved on. And I suddenly, like, the strength I felt in me, I was like, damn, that was really cool. And yeah, like 99% of you, that person was like, okay, you know, and that's that. And it was really nice. And I need to learn that not everyone is going to act like a fucking weirdo if I decide to say no to something. Or in actuality, don't actually have to say no to anything at all. I can just say, I didn't read it. I didn't read it. I'm going to do that. Sophie Nyanya. Chilik, thank you very much. Hope you enjoyed the movie, Chilik. That's a great film. I'm glad I got to see it 70 times recently. Yeah, I don't want to make rules that are too complex. And that's why, actually, recently, I haven't published them, but I did experiment recently with rewriting the chat rules in a much simpler... Whoa, fuck, did the thing again. I hate that thing that Windows does where it suddenly, like, minimizes all the windows. I rewrote some of my chat rules, like, to be really sort of brief and easy to understand. Because, to be honest, as much as the chat rules we have now worked for the time, I think that it not only was my way of trying to, like, balance out a middle ground with people that I now don't really want to cater to anymore, but also I can't help but feel like the chat rules we have now are a little bit alienating to new people. I mean, I can't help but feel like, let's say someone new wants to engage with chat, right? They might click on it and then the warning pops up. It says, make sure to read the rules in the description. They go into the description and they see, like, the fucking essay that is down there. We'll still have translations for Chinese, Japanese, and all of that. But I think that having rules that are simpler, that better understand the kind of things that I do or do not want to do, you know, I envy Shu. I envy Shu's rules where he's like, don't be weird. I play games weird sometimes, lol. And, like, that's it, you know, and that's fine. I also kind of need to, I think another thing I need to do is sort of rid myself of the idea that my fans are my own responsibility, because as much as fans reflect their Oshi, I can't, if there is one Kindred out there who's, like, being a complete asshole and is doing weird shit, that's not my fault, you know. It's really weird. It's really weird to, like, sort of, but then again, you know, I've believed that for a long time, and I keep thinking I'm like team leader, and I need to be like, all right, guys, what did we do wrong? When really it's just like, you know, one strand of hair on someone's head equivalent who, you know, went and did something wrong. We can't do that. Hair falls out when it falls out. The rules that I'm gonna, like, make sure to stick with is just all of the basic streamer stuff. Don't bring out anything else up that's irrelevant. Don't bring me up in someone else's chat. Keep it relevant. A big one that I'm going to add is I'm not obligated to read the content of a donation, but I will try to say thanks if I can. So, you know, I also may be including, like, don't send another super telling me that I missed something, because it's kind of weird. I'm not obligated to read it. Like, I'll try. If I'm reading donations, I'll supers, I'll try to, but, you know, I'm not going to derail my own stream because I feel obligated to do so. And then just spoil it. No spoilers, no backseating. Remember to keep emotes to 3 per message, which, by the way, all of you guys are very, very good at. You know, you're very, very good at making sure you stick to 3, and that means that chat is, like, much easier, much more legible, and I like that quite a lot. Okay, to use all languages. Use your own currency or one of similar value if you're unable to. And just believe that, and if mods ban you, you probably deserved it. Bada bing. There's more wording to it than that, and that's not everything. But that's most of what I worked through, and I'll probably do a little bit more work on making sure that it's more legible. But at some point when I'm ready, I'll stick that in and be like, you know, maybe once like the project is out, you know, we can go through like a bunch of changes all at once. Season 2, like I was saying. That's true. I don't have an Oshi really. I don't know. I don't really have... Yeah. I don't, do I? My Oshi is you guys. This is... Yeah, you know. Doesn't have a Vox for himself. Vox Akuma doesn't have a Vox Akuma for himself. My Vox Akuma is you guys. Because whenever I stream and I connect with you, you also connect with me. And I feel like I find some company and some happiness in that. So... I don't feel as though I'm wanting for anything. My Oshi is you. Oshi is you, just like that game with Baba. And thank you very much, Lily. Thank you, Liusha. Thank you very much. Have we seen Tenchi in this new outfit yet? We have. We have a while ago. But I like... Oh, wait, shit. Whoa. I opened the watch-along stream by accident. I opened the watch-along screen by accident. That was the wrong thing to do. That was a little silly. I was like on my side there. That was back from when we were watching Everything Everywhere All at Once. Yeah, he looks pretty fancy. Looks pretty fancy. Sometimes I wonder if the horns look very cool, don't they? Horns look very cool in the white and blue. Modeling, showing off. Look at all this. Ooh, look at those hands. Yum. Very nice. I guess it's strange for me because knowing him, I know that he would most likely not wear an outfit like this. He wouldn't carry a sword. He wouldn't wear a belt like that. But still, it's fun to imagine. Maybe if you strip it of some of the details, I can imagine that. I like the, sort of like a bit of fantasy, yeah. I like the imagination. What is it? If he was around, if I knew him back when I was living in Japan in the 1600s, perhaps he would have been called Box Tengu instead. That's quite a fun idea. Kendra, that's right. Daddy's house, daddy's rules. Saku, yeah, no, I mean, you know, you're like my fourth Oshi down the list. Kindred, every other Kindred is at number 1. Then you've got, who else? Ike Evelyn at number 2, and then 3. Probably, number 3 is just everybody else on the planet, and then you. Oh, everybody else on the planet, number 4 is you, and then beneath everybody, the entire population of the Earth, number 5 is Aiden Ross. just way, 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 way. I don't even, even though I'm essentially considering that a ranking of all the people on the planet, wouldn't really want to put that on a list that includes anyone's Oshi on it. So, yeah, just get that out of my face. Why is he even on there? 'Cause below everyone else on the planet. Oxyberry. Do you have any sort of tips for trying to world build when writing a new story? I often keep reusing concepts over and over. Well, the thing about that is that those are your favorite tropes. You know, those are the things that you like. Those are the things that you like. So I wouldn't stop yourself from reusing some ideas, because those are clearly your favorite things. And what am I trying to say? Yeah, you know, lots of creative people have their favorite tropes. Like, my favorite trope is enemies to lovers. Quentin Tarantino's favorite trope is showing feet in the on the screen lots of times. And Christopher Nolan's one of his favorite tropes is like having a million different lines that would sound good in a trailer. Robert, they just fired the starting gun. John F. Kennedy. So I would say try not to feel bad about it. I mean, when you're trying to world building is hard. So what I would say with world building, I think what's important for a story, have something that takes place within your world, but don't bother yourself with trying to make the world, don't feel the need to show off the entire mythos and world all at once. You can flesh it out more and more as you go. So what I would say is try to make a foundation, a basis for the world, and then set some characters within it. Think about how the way that that world is would affect them and their relationships. And then, as they see more of the world, you too can then develop it more. Just do so patiently, and remember that if you introduce a new element to the world for your characters to encounter, or if you have invented it already and your characters go in the direction of that, just make sure that things in your world fit together nicely. And if something doesn't seem right, you can try again. Veronia, thank you very much. And Kendra, thank you very much. Jacob from Twilight, yeah, he's pretty low down on the list. Pretty low down on the list. My Oshi list is like a gradient. At the very top you have my Oshis, and then it fades into like a, it starts out with like the green, you know, Oshis, and then it fades into like a muddy gray, which is just the billions of people that I do not know and have not met. And then the very bottom is like my kill list of people who I will fight if I meet them. There's the very bottom of my list of people on the planet. At the very bottom, there's a good list of maybe like a good like 5 or 6 people. If I meet them, I will kill them or just fight them. You know, it's on site. That's the on-site list. I'm like one of those weird kids at school who keeps a kill list and is like, you know, just writing the names of their school bullies, but they ain't gonna do anything. They just sat there like, grr, I don't like that. Kichimats, thank you very much. Do you have any streams you regret doing or wish you'd never done? God, that is a good question. That's a really good question. Let me think about that, because I think there must be some. And I'd like to talk about it, because I think it's fun to reflect on these kinds of things. Because there are lots of streams that people kind of, you know, look back on and think maybe I wanted to do that, maybe I didn't. But I guess another thing is I kind of don't want... It's like when I said that sometimes in the past, like, I was like, I didn't want to do... When I said I didn't want to do sexual content anymore, some people said that they felt bad about wanting to go back and rewatch some of those streams. And I wouldn't want that. If you enjoy something I've done in the past, that's great. I would want you to continue enjoying that in the future. I'd really want you to continue enjoying that. 200k Lorax stream? No, I'm glad I did that. I'm glad I did that. The Smash stream where I rage quit and threw my controller, yeah, that was a pretty bad day. I guess but the thing is that everybody knows that. Like, everybody knows that I didn't have a fun time on that stream because that VOD is no longer up. It's kind of funny to look back on. And I'm so glad, really glad, that I'm properly medicated now and, like, my anger levels are so much lower. I'm very happy being that way. Very, very happy being that way. It's actually mad that the first work ASMR is, like, clocking in so many views. A lot of people are going to that. It makes me happy. Rosalinda, thank you very much. Thank you for saving up money. Don't feel like you need to give me anything. I am doing great. Ashley, thank you very much. I've missed you too, baby. Veronia, does Tenshi have an Oshi list? I imagine he does. I haven't asked him. Susan, thank you very much for the super. Foxy, thank you so much. And Allison. What's a stream I wish I didn't do? I feel like the basic thing would be one that I did, like, really late at night. You know? A stream that I would have done late at night, and then woke up really tired the next day. That's, but I can't really think of any specific examples. It's difficult. I'm looking back on a lot of my recent streams, and I'm looking at them, I'm like, yeah, no, I'm pretty happy with these. Pretty happy with all of this. Pretty happy with this one. Even if I'm moving on from being a sex man, tattoo artist was really hard. I have fond memories of that. You know, if anything, that's a challenge. That's going to be my challenge going forward. Because if there's one thing I love, if there's one thing that I've always loved, it's seeing the responses to those streams. One of my favorite things ever was going through, not only while I'm doing them, seeing the amount of emojis in chat, but also once they were done, in like the little space of time before the post-nut RuneScape, what I would do is go to Twitter and I would look at the latest on the live tag, and I would look at like what people were randomly like spamming out while I was doing shit. That shit made me so happy. You can call it like an ego thing, but I just got a major kick, a major kick out of seeing how much I was able to affect people. So what I would say is that even though I'm going through a bit of a change now, and even though I'm not necessarily... Jesus, one of my friends playing Overwatch. It's loud. Battle.net is making loud sounds. Listen. It's like I said last time. Just because I might be approaching my content in a different way, I don't want you to stop with the ridiculous rhetoric that you have made about me, because I think it's so fun and entertaining. And it's so gratifying as well. To do a stream and then to look and see someone being like, someone saying, oh, I just had the most earth-shattering orgasm. Like, no matter what content I've done, that's always going to be like, wow, really? Cool. And I'm going to walk away being like, haha, I did that. You know, that's pretty cool. So don't feel like you need to, don't change. That's a big thing. Just because I'm undergoing changes, don't change your behavior for me, right? Follow the rules, and if I change the rules, and if I ask you to like ease off on something, I trust you to. But otherwise, unless I've explicitly said don't do something, do whatever you want. Tweet about me however you want. Write comments however you want. Be in chat however you want, as long as you follow the rules. I love seeing that shit, and I think that is like, that's been the hardest thing about the idea of moving on from it, because the content itself is definitely something I don't want to do anymore, but it doesn't mean that I've ever not enjoyed because that was what I always enjoyed about it, was doing what people liked to see from me, you know. And there's nothing wrong with having expected that from me, or from having like been happy when I did that. So just don't worry your little head. Don't worry your little head, sweet thing, right? No matter how you see me, it's fine. I just really enjoyed the amount of positive reinforcement that I got, and it definitely became a bit of a feedback loop where I kept wanting to do more and more and more, but I know myself better now. But that doesn't mean that when I do something or when I stream something that you find attractive or that really affects you, I don't want you to stop talking about me in that way, okay? You can objectify me as much as you want. I'm fine with it. The content that I make is my responsibility, not yours. You get what I mean? Every time I get to the end of the playlist, I realize that repeat is not on, and then it starts playing a song that I'm not necessarily allowed to play, and I've got to cover it up. That's really funny. I think that's... You know what? Yeah. That is going to be my definitive statement on this whole fiasco, because it's difficult for me to worry about what I'm doing and to worry about how it'll affect everyone else and blah, 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 blah. As long as you follow the rules, as long as you respect me and don't act like a dick in my Streamlabs or whatever it is, and there's a big line between saying, I loved the way you did this, even if it's, you know, whatever, and being an actual dick, whatever it is. There's a big line you don't, and if you're conscious of, I don't want to make him upset and I'm going to be a polite, normal human being, you're probably completely fine and have never hurt me whatsoever. So don't worry about the way that you interact with me, the way that you talk about me, because at the end of the day, I am an entertainer, and if you are entertained by me, that's great, and that's all I want. Okay? Continue your, exactly, continue your brain rot. If you want to draw porn, draw porn. If I do a stream where I zatsu, but I talk in a slightly lower voice, and you want to tweet the most unhinged, ridiculous shit about how that makes you feel, do it. I don't want any kind of weird, sort of puritanical vibe to overtake this fandom where people feel like they need to stop tweeting or talking the way they want to because they're worried they're going to make me sad. The content that I make is my responsibility, and all you have to do is follow the rules in the description and otherwise just sit back and enjoy. Write smutty fan fiction, draw porn, or don't. It doesn't matter. I just want you to relax and have fun. And you can do that in any way you want. And I apologize if I have not been terribly clear about it, because to be honest, for a while it's felt unclear to me too. I haven't really known what I want to do, and it's been difficult, but I feel like I think this is the best way for it to do it. Whatever content I make is shit that I will make, and it's something that I want to do. Trust that I will do stuff I want to do. And if I don't like it, I probably won't say anything. Just probably won't do it again. You can enjoy whatever I do in whatever way you want, so don't fret and feel like you need to treat this like such a... It is a little bit of a two-way street, but not as much as you think it is. If you want to view me as a sweet fuckable little baby girl, that I wouldn't... I don't want... I don't want that to be my image, but if that's how you interact with this fandom, then go for it. I can't stop you, and I wouldn't want to introduce a ridiculous series of rules to make sure that I'm 100% comfortable all the time. Because to be honest, I think at that point, I think I would feel like I was walking on eggshells as well. I think I would feel like, oh, what if one day I just feel differently and I don't mind? Not that. I will always mind that. But, you know, something else. If I change something, I'm going to cause confusion and blah, blah, blah. So that's it. Simple rules. Don't worry your little heads. Do whatever the fuck you want. Be nice to people. Be nice to me. Follow the rules and that's it. Just do whatever you want. And the content that I make is my responsibility. Boom. That's that. That's that. Because I'll be honest. When I made the announcement that I said, oh, I'm feeling like I want to ease off of sexual content, I noticed a distinct decrease in the amount of porn showing up in the porn tag, and I was like, oh, that's a tragedy. It's not like it stopped, but I noticed a little bit less of it, and I was like, oh, that's a tragedy. It's like the rainforests are falling down. That's a nightmare. So just do whatever you want. Please do whatever you want. I love your creativity, and I love what you do. Mars, thank you very much for the super. Oh, I'm proud of you too. It's okay. I'm glad you've been busy. I'm glad you've been working hard. Lily, thank you very much for the super. Good. Yeah, whatever it is you want to do, you can do. Don't you worry about it. So that's it. I'll try to stop myself from having a massive dialogue about this kind of stuff, because even though it feels like a big deal to me, I think that that's about as simple and as definitive as I can make it. And that's about as sensible as it's going to be as well. So I'll stick to that, and I'll try not to make it too much more complicated. So that's that. Thank you, everybody, for listening to me, and thank you for attending the stream. I had a lot of fun. I am not going to let myself do much more because I really do have to get back to work. It's crazy, right? A stream is like a break for me at this point. It's mad. A stream is like a break from work for me at this point. I need to get back to, you know, like the active task I have going on, which needs to be done. Kendra, no, that's how I want to be seen, but you know, it's not my choice. I'm just happy for people to enjoy it. Toby Meow, thank you very much for the super. I'm proud of you too, Toby. Thank you. Kamaki, thank you very much for the super. Okay, that's going to be all from me. I got to get back to work. Michiko, thank you very much. And thank you for having... Thank you for such a lovely stream today. I had a really lovely time, and I will see you... Will I be here tomorrow? Oh, look real quick before I go, I will tell you some plans that I have for streams in the coming days. That ought to be fun. Oh. Sal, thank you very much. Sunny, thank you very much. Most likely nothing on Monday. Sunday evening, there will be an announcement going on of, I believe Selena's talked about it. We're making a little project and we're going to announce it on Sunday, although it might be early Monday for some of you, depending on time zones. Tomorrow, I don't have anything planned, but we can think of something. And then on Tuesday, I'm happy to confirm that Illyra and I are going to be doing a Smash collab. It's going to be EST time, so NA friendly, because I didn't want Illyra to be waking up at the fucking wee hours. Sal, Luna, thank you very much. Misa, thank you. Jenny Alex, thank you so much. Tokito, Nyanya, thank you very much. Always enjoying your content so much. Thank you. Glad you enjoy it. Youngju, Evan Lynn, and Rebecca M, thank you. So yes, Smash training stream for Illyra. I'm going to try and unlock her potential on DK, and we'll just goof around and see whatever it is we can do with that. And I'm very excited for that as well. So, yes. And then on Monday, I have a doctor's appointment, so probably no stream then. So, yeah, lots of fun stuff coming. And I, obviously, around the clock, will be... I think this is my first ever... No, actually, we did... Tower of Fantasy sponsored stream. But other than that, first one-on-one collab with the Lyra. So that's exciting. Bing, thank you. Ling Yan, thank you very much. Yana, thank you very much for the super. You know, it's funny. Of all people in Niji, and don't tell her I said this. Of all people in Niji, I would say that Illyra is the one that I kind of look up to quite a bit, because when Onigiri first introduced me to NIJISANJI, when I did my research on it, Illyra was the first one that I found, and so I always kind of get struck with like this is like the person who was representing this whole thing when I first found it, and who I saw as like, you know, it's still like the surreal realization that I'm in NIJISANJI. I feel like I don't have that anymore because it's been almost 2 years now, but I still get a little bit of it when I hang out with Illyra. I feel really privileged to get to do so because she's like such a big part of what got EN off the ground, and I just feel really thankful to be here. It's nice. Yana, Nekosaka, and Toya, thank you very much. Okay, that's gonna be all from me. Tend to Dream, thank you so much. So I'm gonna go. Thank you very much for listening to me, everybody. And Aura, thank you very much for the super as well. And thank you very much for the super. Couldn't get to sleep. Okay. Well, it's late for a lot of you, so that's fine. Hey, that's late for a lot of you, so that's fine. Listen. To those of you who are about to go to sleep, I hope that you have a wonderful, calming, and restorative sleep. I hope that you have sweet, pleasant dreams. I hope that all of your dreams, if they're about positive things, I hope those dreams come true. I should hope you won't have a nightmare, and if you do, remember that you'll be safe at the end of it, and I'll be there to pick you back up, okay? And if it's early morning for you, or if it's the middle of the day, I would encourage you to look forward to the rest of your day. Good luck at work, good luck at school or college, or whatever it is you're going, and remember that the day is yours, and everything that you want to achieve in life is well within your reach as long as you try your very best. That's all from me. I will see you either tomorrow or the day after. Thank you very much. I love you. That's a terrible thing to do after wishing people sleep. Let me turn. Oh no. Let me turn that off. Good night, everybody.